In this video, we will explore Python set methods, which are powerful tools for data manipulation. Sets are unordered collections of unique elements, and they provide efficient membership testing. You can also perform mathematical set operations using Python. Sets can be created in Python using a couple of ways. The first method involves directly enclosing a comma-separated sequence of items within curly braces, like shown in the example, assigning the set of numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 to the variable set1. Another method uses the set function, passing in a list of elements as its argument. For example, you can create a set named set2 from the list containing numbers 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. It's important to know that to create an empty set, you have to use the set function, because using empty curly braces will create an empty dictionary instead. Sets have three key properties. First, sets are unordered, meaning the items inside have no defined order. Second, sets only contain unique elements, so any duplicates are automatically removed. Third, set elements must be immutable or unchangeable. The union of sets combines all the unique elements from two or more sets into a single new set. There are two ways to perform a union operation in Python. The first method is using the union function. Given set A and set B, you can use the union function on A, passing B as an argument, and the result will be all the unique members of both sets. The second method is to use the pipe operator between two sets, like a pipe B. The resulting set will contain all unique elements from both sets. For example, if set A contains 1, 2, 3, and 4, and set B contains 3, 4, 5, and 6, the union of A and B will result in a set containing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. The intersection of sets returns a new set that contains only the elements that are common to all the given sets. You can get the intersection in two ways. The first method is to use the intersection function. Given two sets A and B, you can call the intersection function from A, passing in B as an argument, and it will return a set containing all common elements. The second way to find the intersection is to use the ampersand symbol between two sets. For example, a ampersand B will return a set containing the common elements. So if set A contains the elements 1, 2, 3, and 4, and set B contains 3, 4, 5, and 6, then the intersection of A and B will result in a set containing 3 and 4. The difference between two sets returns a new set containing elements that are in the first set, but not in the second set. Again, this can be achieved in two ways. The first way is to use the difference function. In the example here, we call a.difference with B as an argument. Another way is to use the minus operator. A minus B gives the same result. For example, if set A contains the elements 1, 2, 3, and 4, and set B contains 3, 4, 5, and 6, then a minus B will result in a set containing 1 and 2. The symmetric difference between two sets returns a new set containing all the elements that are in either of the sets, but not in their intersection. The first method to get the symmetric difference between sets is to use the symmetric difference function. Given sets A and B, call the symmetric difference function on set A, passing in set B as its argument. The second method is to use the caret symbol between two sets. For example, a caret B. If set A contains 1, 2, 3, 4 and set B contains the elements 3, 4, 5, 6, the symmetric difference between A and B will result in a set containing 1, 2, 5, and 6. To add elements to a set, you can use two methods. The first method is the add function, which adds a single element to the set. For example, if you have a set of colors that contains red and blue, you can add the color green by calling the add function on the colors set, passing in the string green as its argument. After this operation, the set will now contain red, blue, and green. The second method is the update function, which adds multiple elements from another set, list, tuple, or any iterable. For example, if you have a set called colors containing red and blue, you can call the update function, passing in a list containing the strings green and yellow, and the set will be updated to contain red, blue, green, and yellow. There are three methods available to remove elements from a set. The first method is the remove function, which removes a specified element from the set. However, if you try to remove an element that is not in the set, it will raise a key error. For example, if you have a set of colors containing the strings red, blue, and green, you can remove the string green by calling colors.remove, passing in the string green as its argument. The second function is the discard function, which also removes a specified element from the set, but if the element is not found, no error will be raised. The third method is the pop function, which removes and returns a random element from the set. Keep in mind that the pop function will raise a key error if the set is empty. Membership testing determines if a given element is a member of a set. For example, if you have a set called fruits containing the strings apple, banana, and orange, you can check if the string apple is in the fruit set using the in operator, and this will return true. You can also check if a string is not in a set by using the not in operator. Sets can also be compared with each other using a few functions. The isSubset function checks if every element in the set is also in another set. The isSuperset function checks if the set contains every element of another set. The isDisjoint function checks if two sets have no elements in common. You can also use operators to compare two sets. The double equals operator checks for equality, and the not equals operator checks for inequality. You can use the less than or equal to operator to check if a set is a subset of another set, and the greater than or equal to operator to check if a set is a superset of another set. Sets are used in a variety of ways in Python programming. The first practical example is finding unique elements in a list. Because sets only allow unique elements, converting a list to a set and back will remove any duplicate values. Another common use case is data deduplication. You can find common tags or categories between two datasets by using the intersection method. Sets are also used for filtering unique values. This is often used to find elements that exist in one dataset, but not another, using the difference method. If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit codelucky.com for more such useful content.